Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about mathematics and its one important dimension called nature. So when you travel in nature you see different types of things, different types of landform, different types of life species in terms of plant, animal, vertebrate, invertebrate, reptiles, some who are living in water, some who are living on earth, some who are flying, some who are running fast. So different types of things in nature. Okay, so when you see everything you find a pattern in between them, pattern like in terms of their architecture, in terms of where they live, in terms of their functioning, in terms of their time, in terms of their space, air, water, soil, fire, space. So this is a dimension, very important dimension of mathematics, because through mathematics we are able to find out its pattern, its connectedness between this planet to other planet, this galaxy to other galaxy, this cluster to other cluster, and this supercluster to other supercluster. And in this manner we try to find out the dimension of mathematics in nature and its expansion in the whole cosmos, because we know that life form only exists on planet Earth. And when you look on other planets like Mars, Venus, Jupiter, there we do not see the footprint of life. So the concept of life in terms of their functioning, we open a dimension called pattern. When you look at a cell in a sea, and when you look at a size, or you can say shape of the cosmos, both are same. Size of the galaxy, so shape of the galaxy, shape of the snail, your cell is same, shape of your cell in our body, okay, and shape of you can say atom in the cosmos is same. You can, if you find a pattern between, you can say pattern of you can say river which are flowing on planet Earth and river which are flowing on other planet is same. That means there is some similarity, there is some pattern in terms of physical object, and there is no pattern in terms of non-physical object, because we do not find a pattern in non-physical dimension, but we find pattern in physical dimension. Physical, through our mechanism we perceive everything, either pattern or not pattern, but in terms of physicality we see it, we take a picture of it, but non-physical dimension we are not capable of. But dimension of mathematics is present in both, in non-physical as well as in physical. Non-physical dimension is very subtle, so we experience it. We try to, you can say, make a picture on paper, on wall, through stone cutting, and try to make up, or you can say apply our thought or idea about the creation on this planet. In terms, first best example is in terms of architecture. When you see temples are the best architecture made by human being. When they try to open the dimension of creator, every human being tried to know about who is the creator. Most when you think about, when you can say think about your life, you come to the point of creator, because when you think about your life, who made your life? Your mother and father. Who made your mother? Your grandfather and grandmother. Who made them? Then in that way, when you go to the past, there is a point come where you have to accept that there is some physical energy, some intense energy, through which the whole creation happened. And after an end, if they end, then again this concept may come and may not come. So this is a theory, this is a philosophy. But till now, in this present creation, we see many physical and non-physical objects. In terms of physicality, when I talked about myself, you see me, okay, you hear my sound, you see my this architecture like nose, hair, eyes, lips, the whole face, the whole hand, everything is a physical object. So this is a terms of architecture. When you expand it, so you see the architecture of plant, architecture of leaf, architecture of flowers, architecture of fruit, architecture of, you can say, different species like lion, okay, deer, cat, dog, fishes, snakes, reptiles, other animals like birds. So these are architecture, and when you see it, when you closely observe it, there is a pattern in them. And by paying attention on any architecture, you are capable of understanding the mystery of the creation. And mathematics is, from the time immemorial, try to solve this problem, okay, because when we look at our architecture, we see that this is the best architecture in terms of symmetry. 2 eyes, 2 lips, 2 holes in our noses, okay, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 legs, and there is symmetry here. That means right, left. So this is a, you can say, pattern of how the cosmos looks. That's why you can say when you see in India, when you go to India by travel, through travel or whatever activity you do, for business, for travel, for tourism, for trade, whatever through whatever means you go to India, you see God and goddess, this human made God and goddesses, and they perceive their architecture like architecture of a human being, because people understand that, or people, you can say, perceive that this architecture is the creator made this architecture in its best form, so they perceive creator in this form. Many other people perceive creator in different things. Like when you go to temples in Christianity, they build Jesus, and they understand Jesus as a god, and they worship them. When you go in Islam, they have no god, they just perceive higher energy, and on daily basis they you can say conduct prayer in mosques, and they perceive God as a higher energy, and they just try to imbibe their ideas, their thought in their mind. When you go to Gurudwara, they perceive, you can say, book as a god, and they worship on daily basis. When you go to Hinduism, they build temples, they build sculptures, they worship fire, water, soil, fire, space. They worship, you can say, different sculptures. They worship different temples. They worship human being. They worship, you can say, each and every atom in this creation. They worship tree, animals. Like in India, snakes are worshipped, trees are worshipped, sculptures are worshipped, temples are worshipped, human beings are worshipped. Each and every moment of time is celebrated. There are more than 30 million god and goddesses in India. Each and every atom is worshipped in India. That's why in Gita it is said that God is present in each and every atom. Okay, and this is the oldest religion where we very elaborate talk on the creator, on the creation, and most of the people realize that they are the creator of the whole creation, and then try to spread this knowledge in the whole world through Gita, through Ramayana, through other spiritual talks, through yoga and through meditation. So all these are dimensions of mathematics. Through mathematics, scientists, through mathematical deduction, they try to understand the limitless of the creation, because we know that creation is beginningless and endless. And Ramanujan in South India, so European people said that he is the man who knows the infinity, because when we talk about infinity, in our perception, if we build anything, it is limited, but infinity is limitless, beginningless, endless, and it is very hard to perceive it in our dimension. But mathematics is capable of solving it. Mathematics is basically a different types of language altogether, and it is also try to understand the mystery of the creation. When you can say, when you go through travel, when you reach to a mountain, you see stars, different types of stars. In night you see moon, in day you see sun, rivers, waters, and there is a pattern. And when in river you see different life form of different shape, different types of color. In terms of activity they vary. But when we try to expand it and go beyond, then we understand that life form exists only on planet Earth, and planet Earth is a part of the whole solar system, and planet Earth is revolving around the sun, moon is revolving around the earth, other planets is revolving around the sun. So this whole solar system is a type of machine which is functioning on the basis of force, on the basis of time, on the basis of different types of gravity. So this is the whole machine, and it is function on the idea of mathematics. Okay, in terms of their shape, in terms of round shape. Okay, so it is you can say, revolving without any support. So support is force, like F is equal to m1 m2 upon r square. m1 m2 is the mass of object, r is the distance between that object. So through this formula we calculate the force, and we understand that through this force only our other planets or other satellites are revolving around each other. When we go far beyond our galaxy, we find different types of stars, or you can say till now we found 1 billion trillion stars, and around each and every star one or more than one solar system is functioning. When we combine the whole solar system, we come up with the concept of called galaxy. Like for our planet Earth, Milky Way is the galaxy, and shape of this Milky Way is very much similar to a snail which we found in the ocean. Okay, so if you not see the galaxy, if you just see the snail, then you understand that snail is a small manifestation of the whole galaxy. In the same manner, human mechanism is the small manifestation of the whole cosmos. Okay, because if it is beginningless, endless, so how you made its shape? Okay, so most people understand that its shape is like this, and it is always you can say expanding its energy and try to perceive anything in their own and try to become one. That's why the concept of yoga come. Yoga is not you can say twisting and turning of body. No, yoga means union. That means perceive the whole cosmos within you as a union and act on it. Okay, and second dimension is when you can say go as deep in the ocean and as far as above your planet Earth. We human being have some limitation. That means life form are not survive after a certain point of time. That's why when you go deep into the ocean, due to pressure, many people mind of many people burst, but other life form exist in, you can say, in the Mariana Trench, where human being are not possible. That means creator is present in each and every atom, and it is not also limited in our life. Each and every life form is connected with each other. Shape and size of each and every life form is varies, but we are a human being, so we perceive creator in our architecture, in our perception. But other life form, like let's say elephant, perceive creator in their dimension. They think that creator is like their shape, okay, and they eat other fruits, and they, you can say, travel or moving as fast as we move. That means each and every life form, each and every animate and inanimate object perceive creator in their own, and it is true because creator is present in each and every atom. Okay, in a single atom, in a multiple atom, in a large number of atom, in a large area. So everyone have their own god. Each and every atom have their own god. Each and every human being their own god. Each and every plant species have their own god, and it is true. Because when God is present everywhere, how you cannot perceive that God is present in trees, God is present in animals, God is present in atom, God is present in the cosmos, from small to large, from nothing to everything, from surface to core. Everywhere you find a pattern of living cosmos, or you can find a pattern where each and every dimension is available. If you keep your mechanism on a good state, you are capable of downloading the whole data about the cosmos. And many mathematicians, many scientists try to do that. Every science, core of the science lies on the base of mathematics. Mathematics play a very significant role in exploration of dimension of the science, be it chemistry, physics, biology, or other philosophies. Mathematics is at its core, in terms of formula, in terms of mathematical deduction, in terms of perception, in terms of their ideas on which the black hole theory is emerged. Okay, theory of black hole is given by Ramanujan, on which European scientists built their ideas, their philosophy, and come up with the concept of black hole. In Europe, people worship Newton and Einstein, but Einstein itself said that without the Indian mathematics, European science never reached to its peak as people know it. Okay, so, and who gave this mathematics? People of India gave the concept of mathematics, and where it's originated basically through yoga, through meditation, and through spirituality. Okay, when people do meditation and do spirituality, they talk about the whole cosmos without any mathematical deduction. They measure the distance between sun and earth, sun and moon, their shape, you can say weight of the sun, their shape, their size, and their energies of the sun which impacted human being, and in this manner they perceive things. Many European people, you can say, dedicate their time on mathematical deduction, building machine to know the creator, but Indian mathematicians dedicate their time to in meditation and try to perceive the higher dimension in this lifespan only. Okay, so mathematics is not just numbers. Mathematics is not just formulas or making a machine or making an architecture. Core of the mathematics is through meditation try to perceive each and every energy, shape of each and every object, be it physical or non-physical. That means core of the creation. If it is beginningless, endless, then where its core? Okay, because it's beginningless, endless, so we do not have a definite shape of core. So people understand themselves as a core and try to understand everything, and you can say move every energy around them and try to perceive everything, because its cosmos is beginningless and endless, so there is no center. Okay, because it is not a limit so that you can put a center here and measure things. It is limitless. That's why each and every creature, each and every atom consider themselves as a center and try to perceive and try to know other dimension using their energies. So in case of human being, let's say if a human being, I consider myself as a center of the whole cosmos and try to understand everything by propagating my energy in my near region and try to understand everything through meditation, through mathematics, through spirituality, through yoga, through chemistry, physics, bio. Everything is just a dimension of spirituality. Everything is a dimension of meditation. If you focus on meditation, or you can say if you dedicate your life and time on meditation, then all other dimensions are automatically perceived by you. And mathematics and meditation is a, you can say, a very important dimension of mathematics. Mathematics is not discovered or not invented. It is always present in the creation, and who perceived it and gave it a name called mathematics. But its idea is to, using this mathematics, try to understand the whole creation and imbibe that knowledge in your body and try to, you can say, propagate your knowledge in the whole world, in the whole creation, so that other life form who are not yet experience it and live a good full-fledged life on this planet. Mathematics also tell you the mystery of life, birth, death, mystery of the space, nature, life, architecture, animate object, or its function or its impact on our body, on other life form. And through this manner, all other areas are directly or indirectly connected with mathematics. Through mathematics, we develop science, we develop art, we develop architecture. Music, dance are very much directly connected with mathematics, because in dance a very good geometry is required so that you can perform, and dance of the creator is directly, when you see a dance of a perfect dancer, then you see that our cosmos is also dancing in the same manner. When you hear the sound of any good singer, then you understand that what sound present when our first creation happened, then what type of sound produced is similar to that. So music, dance, art, architecture, sculpture, life, space, human being, everything is a dimension of mathematics. And through mathematics we are capable of understanding everything. Each and every sound produced through your mouth is either not in a sync with nature or in sync with nature. But when your sound is in sync with the nature, then through music only you are capable of understanding all the dimensions. See, each and every people have different dimensions to understand the creator. And any dimension, you can say hold any dimension and try to understand and go to its deep. Through that dimension only you are capable of opening all the dimensions. And mathematics is in every solution. Mathematics is at its core, and all other dimensions are just try to propagate or understand the mathematical core part and expand in the whole world. Okay, like music directly associated with mathematics, architecture directly associated with dance, art, sculpture, architecture, you can say thought of the human being, philosophy of the world. Okay, types of religion, belief system, in terms of war going on in the world. Mathematics is evolved because people do not perceive the core purpose of the creator, the core purpose of their physical and mental body. Then they, you can say, involve themselves into war. Sometimes war is needed, but sometimes no. But nowadays most people do not try to solve their problem by thinking, by talking to people, by debating and understanding the core of the problem, but they try to, you can say, jump into the war and try to kill everything which humanity take 100 to 200 years to build anything. And then after, when war ends, they think that it is a useless thing. So when people understand their mechanism in a good state, their physical body, their mental body, their energy body, their emotional body, their bliss body, each and every chakra of their body, each and every part of their body, each and every functioning of the cell in your body, mathematics is very deeply associated with in your body. You do not have to look here and there, just pay attention on body. We have 35 trillion cells in our body, and each and every cell have their own function, and each and every cell is very sophisticated and different from each and other cells. And when you combine cell, we build a tissue. When you more number of tissue build an organ, most number of organ build an organ system, and most organ system build a human being. That is, the whole cosmos is within you, each and every cell. Like in the universe, we know that we have 1 billion trillion stars, but more than star number of cells is present in our body, and each and every cell have a unique function in terms of your breathing, in terms of your thought, in terms of hearing, in terms of smelling, tasting, touching, or opening the dimension of your mind. each and every cell is involved. So you have to work on yourself. You have 35 trillion cell on daily basis. You are the, you can say, CEO of your machine, and you have 35 trillion employees in your body. So on daily basis you have to conduct your mechanism in a good state, so that each and every cell in your body function at its best. And when each and every cell of your body function at its best, you are capable of understanding the mystery of the creation and capable of opening all the dimension in a good manner. Very few people are capable of opening the dimension, because very few people are a good CEO of this company. You do not have to, you can say, you do not have to dream of other big company, other big organization. You are the greatest organization on this planet Earth. You are the greatest company on this planet Earth. And mathematics provide you a tool, mechanism and ideas through which you are capable of taking charge of your engineering, your machine, your company, and using this machine you are capable of solving the problem of the whole world. Because it is true that whatever you experience is your, all others are just information and thought. Okay, so when you understand the mathematics of your mechanism and take charge of your life, take charge of your, you can say, physical mind, mental mind, energy mind, emotional mind, bliss bonding, take charge of each and every cell, take charge of each and every thought produced in your mind, take charge of each and every activity, whatever you conduct in the world, then there is no need to build you can say bad ideas in the whole world. No, if you keep it in a good state, all other problem, all other ideas, philosophies or which are not, you can say, true, or automatically when truth comes in front of you and you perceive it through your mechanism. So I hope through this video you understand the role of mathematics in the life of human being, and particularly in your life, and how you use mathematics for understanding each and every cell of your life, its functioning, and how you apply this idea in the whole world, in the form of architecture, in the form of policy making, in form of teachings, talk, and in terms of exploring the whole cosmos by perceiving the idea of the cosmos within yourself. So I hope you love this lecture. So namaskaram. Thank you.